Ladies and gentlemen, something a tad bit different. I'm going to do a quick video of me pulling out a little bit, model kit wise. I gotta restack a few things. I would do this kind of live, but I didn't want to cuss too much. Might be a few little swear words while restacking, but again, I don't want to show an entire hour video of just me stacking models. I assume that is not fun, but anyway, so we'll try this, see what happens. And so first I had to remove the first layer here. Mostly Bandai, the entry-level kits. I do like those. So anyway, we gotta get them out of the way. One problem I had is the new stuff. When I say new stuff, basically Bandai. When Bandai exploded over here in the States, where you could actually buy stuff, it I increased my Japanese collection. And one thing, I had to stack it on the floor because I already had it stacked with other stuff before I didn't know how much I was going to get. And then you've probably seen the videos and the story of the Father's Day tornado storm that knocked my tree. And when it hit the shed, it hit it so hard it moved it, and it moved everything out. So I had to push stuff back, and stuff was everywhere. I just kind of had to, get it fixed up. But anyway, we are going through it. So one other thing I did find is, and I didn't get the rest of them, Sega model kits, little game stations. Things are, stuff is just too cool. Of course, I like stuff like that. So, that's just stuff you just don't see. So anyway, we gotta do a little rearranging here. This is Raiders of the Lost Ark, the diorama kit. I have two, which, ladies and gentlemen, it's the way we like to work here inside the art. And I always tell this little story before I forget. I actually seen this kit at Walmart back in 1982. And I looked at it. Do I really want it? Really want it? I really looked, and I was looking at all that. I was like, man, it's just too small. Just too small. It's like, no, I want it bigger. So, I skipped it. And then a couple years later, I'd like to have one. And never did. So, I went to a antique mall, and I found one. So I bought it. And Lord and behold, I went to either a garage sale or another antique mall, and I found another one. I was like, oh, this is great. I'll have both. So now I have two. But I did manage to add a Micro Machine. This one should be about the size for that. But anyway, that's the Disneyland one. I repainted it. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. Not this one. Did I? Nope. This is number 2. I actually painted one, repainted it, put the swastikas on it, and and sold it. And I actually found another one in a lot of stuff. So as you can see, the speckles on there, that's when I got my house repainted on the inside. And there's some things I didn't cover up and I didn't think about till I did it. So before I forget, that's Power Lords. I always like to have stuff like where is it? Revell. If it's model related, toys, models, which I try to keep all that together. So the Raiders is actually going to go up here. It's kind of like my odd little shelf of things. So down here, it's mostly Pegasus. There's a few other little things, but Moebius, of course, 2, just like the real art, 2 of everything, which, just the way it is. I did get some, trying to keep things flat. That's when I was buying from Polar Lights. I used to get free stickers. There's little things around here that you'll find, stickers, patches, books, magazines. I better put that somewhere I don't forget. I couldn't find any more of these, and I wanted them. Man, metal signs, and they were cheap. They were really marked down, but that was the only model company one I could find. I wanted, you know, Hawk, Pyro, AMT, Polar Lights, you name it, but I wanted the metal signs. So this is the only one I've got, and hopefully someday I'll find some more, and you know, we can really decorate, you know, everywhere inside the art. So, what we got in here? It's mostly, you know, Pegasus. Oh, two of them. Let's see what. I'm going to do it that way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's two of those and a third one. So I have three, and I'm pretty sure one's empty. But I do keep the box. I actually have a friend in a secret location that deals with nothing but empty boxes, and I collaborate with him a few times, and we swap things out. And anyway, I try to keep the box. There's some things like, you know, the great John Eves did the box art for that. So if I ever meet John Eves, you know, I could have one, you know, signed, Eves the kit, or just the box, you know, stuff like that. So what to do? Oh. Well, I'm trying. Well, I don't know. Pegasus. I got Pegasus mostly over here, kind of down there too, mostly figures, but Atlantis is taking up that spot down there. So we'll have to try to do that. Do I want to do that? How do we want to stack it? I think I may do that. I did build some things just for display purposes for the hobby store before he sold out, and I did some of the big Gundams just for display, you know. Put my little take on it just to make it different, and you know, I want to say generate some business, which you know, everyone brought their Gundams when it was Gundam display contest day and stuff like that. So I do try to keep some things, you know, and then they can always be repainted and fixed down the road. So anyway, I got Batman's Bat Pod. Hold on, let me get that. People calling me. You know, Batman's Bat Pod and Catwoman, which rode the Bat Pod, which you know, I had to have that first. But anyway, and I only got, in some things, believe it or not, I only have one of. Ain't that weird? Now, some things you get double, some things you don't. So I really need to put her somewhere else. Come on. Well, we'll just do that. So, I don't like to bore everyone with the Gundam, and I'm going to refer to it as Gundam. I know it's different lines, but it's just easier. I was in 30 Minute Sisters, or 30 Minutes Missions, as you can probably see. Except for the Juggernaut there. So anyway, we're going to try to, for now, try to restack. Just got to remember everything's behind it. So one thing you'll see, and a lot of people have the same problem I do, you know, you have to put it, you know, things behind, you know, and I tried to keep you know, like Robotech here, you know, Buck Rogers, Battlestar, you know, try to keep it real space. So, what we got here? T2. Mostly Pegasus stuff. So anyway, we gotta try that. I like the 30-minute mission stuff. It was just different enough that I, you know, wanted more of it. And I was actually, and what they did, they were marketing geniuses. You know, same thing but different colors. You know, and there really wasn't nothing to buy at the time, and I was like, well, you know, I kind of want it, and I'll try to get it. And so, with that being said, what did I knock over? Well, something. Anyway, one of my favorite companies is 57. I like pretty much everything they make. They're almost 124 scale, and as you can see, got the frog and all that good stuff. You know, it's just really cool. So, I got too much of 30-minute mission. Look at that. Alright, so, got that. Got there. There's a couple things I got to keep out in front, and that's the cats. I do like those. Of course, I did buy stuff when they mark it down, so, you know, that's just me. Come on now. So, I did get that done. No. I did have some on the 57. This is the construction one. I had a you know, kind of robotic idea to make a diorama or construction robot. You know, not necessarily a robot of war, but just a construction one. You know, it'd be just different. That's just what I was kind of thinking on. So, and sometimes they make it, you know, when you stack kits, they should make it a sport. I don't need to do that. So we need to put that one there. That there. And then you can also make a shelf if you need to. I was into the Pokemon, but it was getting to the point where God, I couldn't build a whole lot of it. Not build a whole lot, but keep up buying it, you know, kind of. And then I kind of forgot which ones I had. You know, I got a good friend that's into the Pokemon. He could spit them all off. I almost need to put him in charge of it. So, trying to rock and roll on. I can't forget the Saturn. Then, well, hold on. I actually got the Gundams down there. Anyway, some of the figure kits I kind of combine down a little bit yonder in this shed. So I try not to have like, you know, all the figures with the robots, which, you know, my organizational skills. One thing, at one time, Zoids was really popular. I wanted these because they're model/toys, you know, which I thought, not too bad. So, anyway, I am at the point now where we'll have to have a part 2 because we'll have to go down a little further, and I need to put up and then fix everything, and then we'll continue down and try to go a little bit further and see what happens. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. I didn't want to bore everyone too much. I'm trying to go through, start stacking or restacking some of the model kits, get it up. Of course, that didn't look like it did much, but it did. But still, we got a lot more to do. So that's what I got going on today, ladies and gentlemen. Stacking model kits. So that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode.